Morning. Welcome to the October Confab. Glad to have you with us this morning. Got a crowded room, a lot of red. So, oh gosh. Thank you. Now you all can't see anything with the shine. All right, all natural. We'll get rolling here. Appreciate everyone being here. You can see our rebroadcast schedule, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, also on the resident website. Don't have any updates right now. We've talked a little bit about how we are going to be transitioning websites from our resident-run website to a group, Uniguest, which is our, Angela, help me out.
They're connected to
Touchtown website that we are working on, and our staff have started having some meetings, but we're not ready to share any more details right now. And we will hopefully in the next meeting and talk a little more about how that website transition will take place. Call-in number is 6304, and we're going to go ahead with our Catch Me at My Best. So, two people both here, which we don't see very often. Glad to have you. So first is Whitney Harden in dining. A resident was curious about how her food was prepared and where. She wanted a tour of the kitchen. I approached Whitney and presented the question and idea to her. She did not hesitate, smiled, and said, "Send me some dates, we'll see what we can do." A therapist and I took the resident down to the kitchen, donned our hairnets. Whitney met us and gave the resident a rundown of how things worked in the kitchen. She answered all the residents' questions and made her day. The resident also got to meet the chef, which she was not expecting. Thank you so much. Whitney Harden, congratulations. Next, we have Sunshine Segura. Late in the evening after hours, we needed a guest cot for an overnight guest that was coming, and we did not know what to do. Sunshine was still here in the evening, and she was able to secure a cot and linens, and then had them delivered to our door within a few minutes. Sunshine went above and beyond her responsibilities after hours to get us what we needed. She truly understands what it means to serve the residents here and make our lives a lot easier. Sunshine, congratulations and thank you. You can see up on the screen a couple of honorable mentions. We appreciate everyone submitting. You have Maurice, Chris, Wendy, Brian, Donna, Cody, the Drinkard fourth floor staff, the Harshside fifth floor staff. So we appreciate all your submissions. Keep them coming.
Good morning. We had to change the schedule a little bit this morning. So, Angela, first I want to say thank you. The foundation wrapped up fiscal year 25 on September 30th. So I want to start off this morning by saying thank you. We had a great year. Next slide. So as you can see, the annual giving total for fiscal year 25 reached $601,179, the highest level for annual giving in the last 5 years, and a 13% increase over fiscal year 24. So I want to share a few highlights about that. The largest portion, nearly half, came from gifts from the Fellowship Fund, which remains the heart of our mission. The unrestricted fund also had an excellent year, bringing in over $181,000. And those are the dollars that give us flexibility to meet emerging needs. And then lastly, we continue to see meaningful support for our employee-focused funds, which include employee assistance and then the employee education funds, which totaled $106,805. Whoa, is right. The next slide includes our bequests and trusts, which came to $364,060, which was about the same amount as we raised in FY24. The bequest that we received last year came from Peggy Berger for fellowship, the Mary and Hunter Chipley estate gift, which was also for fellowship, and then Doris Coughing, she had an annuity, which that money went to an education fund. So when you add all the trust and the estate gifts to our annual giving number, our total giving for the year rises to $965,239, which was a 9% increase over FY24. So you all deserve a round of applause. Thank you so much. It was a great year, and we couldn't do any of it without you. So stay tuned for our impact report, which will come out between Thanksgiving and Christmas. It'll have some details about these numbers, and then go also share some stories about those staff and residents who benefited from these funds this year. So thank you again for your generosity. Next slide. So here we go again, 2026. We're starting all over again. As you know, we recently sent out our first appeal for 2026, which is always for the Fellowship Endowment Fund. And for some of the new residents maybe who don't know this, I'll go over a little bit about fellowship. It is the core of Westminster Canterbury's mission. It is the commitment to care for residents for the rest of their lives, regardless of the financial circumstances. This fund provides confidential safety net for those who, through no fault of their own, outlived their resources. Since 2001, the foundation has provided over $7.27 million in fellowship assistance, all funded through charitable giving, never resident fees. Fellowship is sustained through income from the Fellowship Endowment Fund, which is, as of 9/30, totaled $10.6 million. It's also funded from estate gifts that are designated specifically for fellowship. Currently, we have 7 residents that are receiving fellowship support, and we've had a great response already to the appeal that we just sent out. I think it was last week. So we'll keep that appeal open until December 31st. All right, next slide, Angela. I want to remind you about our last seminar for the year. Tax implications for 2026 as we know them today. This is going to be presented by Susan Ackley of Brown Edwards. You may know Susan. She's a former WCL board member and current foundation board member. It's going to be on November 12th, right here in the Commons at 10 o'clock. So if you haven't made your reservation yet, please do so by getting in touch with Jane Massey. You can email or call her. We will continue these sessions starting in 2026. We're planning them right now, so we'll start back up in January, and we'll send out more details about those when we have it. One quick reminder, please do not park in the marketing guest spots. They are right next to the marketing office. They are reserved for prospective residents who are visiting campus, and it's important that they can easily find and use these parking spots. Last week we had a couple who came in from out of town. They couldn't find a place to park. They had to park all the way over at Drinkard, and it just, was not a good look for us right off the bat. So please don't park in those spots. As you know, Phase 1 and Phase 2 of our refresh project have been completed. Main lobby is done, all the corridors are done, so you have a little reprieve from the work, but we'll get back, we'll start back up in March on the bridge and the Commons area. That will probably take the whole month, so thank you for your patience in advance. We'll send out more details about that as we get closer to that date. Any questions for me? No, thank you.
Merry Christmas to everybody. We're getting closer and closer. Are you writing those checks? We sure hope so.
Up on the rooftop, reindeers paws, out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney old Santa came, with checks galore for our staff to claim. Ho, 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 write those checks. Ho, 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 write those checks. Up on the rooftop, click, click, click. Checks in the sack of old Saint Nick. Let's make sure all stockings are filled, so our staff can be truly filled. Shattering our goal, it is in our hands. Thanks and smiles, the result of our plans. Ho, 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 write those checks. Ho, 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 write those checks. Up on the rooftop, click, click, click. Checks in the sack of old Saint Nick.
Wow. Have you heard any noise other than the jackhammer lately? I think I've been hearing some little noises up there on the roof. Anybody hear any of those noises? It must be because here comes Santa Claus.
You know all the words.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I'll see you in a few days.
Bye.
Stockings are filled up one by one. No rest till the job is done. No one knows what the checks will buy. Spirits are sure to soar sky high. Ho, 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 write those checks. Ho, 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 write those checks. Up on the rooftop, click, click, click. Checks in the sack of old Saint Nick.
Good morning. I'm Margaret Mundy, and Shannon Light and I are responsible for receiving those checks. And last time I wore my hat, my Santa hat, when I got home I realized I was actually imitating Minnie Pearl. Now, most of you are probably too young to remember Minnie Pearl, but I do. I am really happy with the way the campaign is progressing. Thank you so much for your donations. I know that this means a great deal to the employees, and it continues until November 30th, which is the Sunday after Thanksgiving. So get them in early, because that last week was just crazy. So come on, not going to make a whole lot of difference in your cash flow. Let's get it in early so that we can enjoy Thanksgiving. We're already at 70. We're right about 70%, which is wonderful. We're a little ahead of last year. It must be the good entertainment. So keep those checks rolling, and let's get them in before Thanksgiving so we can all eat that turkey and relax.
Good morning. I'm Mary Jane Pryor,
And Kitty Robertson.
and my husband Charlie and I have been here a little over a year. And last year, one of the first things we did was come to the employee Christmas party. and it was so much fun. And it was great to see everybody that provided all the food and the entertainment, but the best part was seeing the employees come in and seeing everything that had been laid out just for them, and it was so appreciative. And obviously, it takes more than 2 people to pull this off, and there's a list that's supposed to be on the slide right here. And if any of those people are here, would you please stand? They're saving up their energy, I can tell. We also have singers that are just for the group. That any of them here stand? Maybe you've done double duty today. So anyway,
We got one more slide.
and the residents, the leads, I know a couple of people here that are on the list. But anyway, even if you're not standing, we really appreciate all of your expertise and help.
Mary Jane, talk into the mic.
Nobody's ever told me to do this. Is it not working? But anyway, we just really appreciate everything that you do, and look forward to seeing you. Look forward to seeing you then. Kitty, we are different from the slides that you've just seen and the endowment fund. We are just for the party, and Kitty is going to talk a little more about that hopefully will make it more clear to everybody. Kitty?
Next slide. So in about 2 weeks,
You might want to get here. Okay.
in about 2 weeks, your floor representative or street representative will bring you a green sheet like this. And this is your chance to participate. We're asking you if you'd like to bake something, desserts, pick up desserts, if you can volunteer to help that day, or if you would like to donate. And we'll tear off the bottom of the green sheet and return it to your floor or street representative by November 14th. That would be a huge help. Last slide. And we just want to thank everyone. Hope you will participate and certainly come. We invite you to please be there.
Thanks.
Test 1. Everybody hear me? All right. Good. Good morning. Good to be with you today. I'll take a few minutes and update you on some larger projects that we've been working on the last several months. A good one to start with would be elevators. Yes, so the Creekside elevators are now back in service, both number 3 and number 4. A bit of backstory, because some of you may be interested. Number 3, not long after we turned number 3 over, we had to shut it down. And you may notice in the last several weeks, it may have been out of order for an hour or so from time to time. We had an incident a few days after we turned number 3 over. Someone dropped some change, and a penny of that change lodged itself in the track in the door roller, which caused significant damage to the door. Now, obviously, we were not in a place that we could shut down number 4 because it was completely dismantled. So we did the duct tape Band-Aid job until last week when we opened up number 4 and were able to shut number 3 back down. I know this is a lot, and made a more permanent repair. So certainly glad that that project is at an end, in Creekside anyway. So thank you for your patience as we work through all of that. Absolutely. Also, another piece of information I want to share I thought might provide a bit of perspective. Number 3, the first one that they worked on in Creekside, the one on the left if you're standing in the lobby and call the elevator, was turned over to us on September 29th. From September 29 to October 22nd, that elevator was called 31,587 times. So our elevators are important. Now, I questioned that number, and I asked my guy to go back and check several times. He has the software and assures me that that's an accurate number. Nonetheless, you all, staff, everybody really relies on the elevator. So let's do whatever we can. I promise you, the harder you hit the button, or if you hit it a bunch of times, it does not make the elevator come any faster. I love a good conversation, I do, but if I'm on the elevator and someone's in the lobby, not a good idea to keep going like that at the door, and I'm guilty of it myself. So, thank you. I appreciate your help with that. All right, moving on. We will have a crane back out to lift equipment down off of the creekside roof for the elevator. And that one won't cause too much disruption because we put it on the C-dock and it's kind of down by the dumpster out of the way. When we get over to Brookhaven, we will have to be right on Main Street with the crane, likely set up in the flagpole area. So there'll probably be some traffic. We have to reroute it a little bit, possibly through the garage. Not sure yet. We have to get the crane operator out and we'll see what the best plan of attack will be. But we'll be sure to get that information out to you all just as soon as we know. Also, now that we finished Creekside, we will be heading to Brookhaven, like I said. The date is tentatively set for November 10th. We will confirm that. I'll confirm that hopefully by end of this week, and I'll work with Angela and getting something out to everybody to confirm that start date. Each individual elevator takes up to 9 to 10 weeks. Usually what I have seen now, the first one may take that long. The second one is expedited a little bit. I think I've got around 7 weeks for number 4. I think they're able to do some of the work when they shut the first elevator down to kind of expedite that process. And of course, we'll take any of that we can get. All right, other work and projects. I won't spend a lot of time here because Mary Ann touched on it already. But we have finished in the main lobby. All the painting, carpeting, and flooring in the hallways and common spaces of buildings Creekside, Brookhaven, Woods Edge have been completed. And I know that your lives were probably interrupted during that as well. Appreciate your patience on that. I think overall, with the amount of work that was done and the coordination, it went really well. So again, thank you for your patience. We still have some touch-up to be done. If you see a spot on the wall or something that doesn't look just right, we will be going floor by floor. We've already started that. Got the flooring guys coming back out too. I see some transitions that need a little bit of attention, but we're working through punch list items now. JCI fire alarm test. I feel like I talk about this every time I come up here, but a lot of this stuff really. JCI fire alarm, I've got fire alarm inspectors here this week. They started in the Drinker building last week. If you live in Riverside, you probably already saw them this morning. Also have the sprinkler division out doing a 5-year inspection. They'll be here for several days. You may see them flowing water out under the bridge or in a stairwell somewhere. So they'll be here for several days as well. Dryer duct cleaning was completed a couple weeks ago now. Cleaned out 192 dryers. That was a big job. I know it's disruption for you all, and thank you for allowing us to get that done. Moving out to the grounds. Looks like we're getting some much needed rain. Won't be long, it'll probably be snow. I'm gonna talk that. I saw a weather forecast, I think somewhere close, may receive snow next couple of days, West Virginia or something, but as long as it stays there, we're good. So aeration and overseeding was completed. Obviously, we'll be working on leaf removal now. They're certainly dropping. Won't be long, we'll be putting Christmas lights up. Yep. And also irrigation. I don't have that up there, but we'll be draining the system and blowing out all the lines for winter, probably within the next couple weeks. Not a very fun report, but that's what I got. Any questions? All right, have a good day.
Good morning. I'm Denise Hearn. I'm the Wellness Center Manager here at Westminster Canterbury. Our Wellness Resident of the Month for November, actually Residents of the Month for November, are the Music in the Air resident musicians, Lyle Bone, Bill Gale, Tom McNona, and Judy Schultz. Yes. Sorry. Oh, you couldn't hear all that. Could you hear me? Oh, good. Thank you. We want to thank them for the joy that they bring to our campus and for them doing music in the air. And in December, Sam Cardwell will be our Resident of the Month as well. So be sure and congratulate all of them when you see them. Our wellness class schedule will be changing as of actually Saturday, November 1st. We will be changing one class, our Friday class at 9 a.m. to what's called the 3P program, which is a personal proactive program with Marco. And so you will see the new schedule. I actually have that out now in the fitness center. So if you want to pick that up, be sure to come by and get that. And then Tai Chi with Jesse. He is here once a month, first Tuesday of every month. He continues to do that. And our pool volleyball is the first and third Tuesday of each month. And we invite everyone to come and have fun in the pool. So be sure and come and join them if you haven't already. We have Fall into Dotting with Sarah Meyer. She is bringing that craft back for our fall. And that is going to be in the Hume Room this time. And also in November, Embracing Mindfulness Week. We have that each year. This year the theme is connections. The week is November 10th through the 14th. And connections, we will have a red thread or red string for anyone who wants to participate that we'll hand out to you. This originated in Japan. It represents human connections, friendship, family, and true love. And what you would do with that red string is when you connect with somebody that week, you would have them tie a knot in it. And just that, each person will just do it one time. And at the end of the week, you'll see how many connections you've made for the week. And it's very, connections are great around our campus. So that's our theme this year. And after that, during the week, there's a lot of other things going on for the Embracing Mindfulness. Sound Bath with Gloria Petrus Falabella are in, as well as forest bathing relaxation through our nature trail with Marco. We'll take a trip to Yogaville. Yoga Connection, I will teach that class, and Susan Carroll will accompany with her harp, playing the harp during that class. Also in November, we have Improving Your Posture with Julia Jackson. And in December, Susan and I have worked together to bring a trip for Boar's Head Winter Wander to see the lights in Charlottesville with dinner at Burton's Grill. Our lectures for our history series lectures in November, Doug Washington will be speaking on the history of Timberlake. And in December, Mary Catherine McIntosh will present Christmas trees through the years. Our wellness therapy two-part series with our therapy services, Angeline Elliott will be doing that two-part series. She is the speech pathologist with our therapy series. Part 1 will be Speak Up, and Part 2, It's a Hard Pill to Swallow. Our Soulmates Walks, we still have that schedule out for this year. In November, we will go to Natural Bridge. You can either do the walk and the tour, or you can do one or the other. That will be up to you, which you prefer. And we'll have lunch at the Pink Cadillac. And we will also walk at Percival Island during November. In December, our one walk will be Blackwater Creek Jingle Walk in December. Our Parkinson's groups, we have Friends with Parkinson's. Our support group here at Westminster Canterbury is the first Monday of each month. And then there's also the support group at the YMCA on Old Forest Road, the third Tuesday of each month, which we offer transportation to that. And you would sign up for the bus on that one. Our Parkinson's and Friends exercise class at the University of Lynchburg has been offering. That will end November 18th, but that is every Tuesday up and through that date, and the bus is available for that transportation there as well. Then pickleball, and we invite everybody to join. Anybody who's not playing pickleball, come and play pickleball with us. The residents, they teach. If you don't already play pickleball, they have a session for that, so be sure and join them. We do go to Crosswhite once a month. We have where you carpool and meet over there. I do have on here November, December pickleball round robin. However, I'm wrong. There is no round robin through the rest of this year. We just finished one, and then we will start up with that in January. When we have the round robins, there is a bus available, but there's none through November and December. We will begin facials with Cameo Hoyle. She will offer facials in the massage room located in the beauty salon. This will be the last Tuesday of each month, and this begins in November. So the last Tuesday of November, and that's by appointment only, and you would contact Cameo directly. And I do have that information out there, and there's also a menu of what she offers. We have that, it's on the information board in the Templeton Wellness Center, but we also have that where we can hand it out to you, and it is in the massage room as well. And so to end our year, we will begin putting out the schedules for 2026 in December. Those schedules will be going out for our Soulmates Walks, our Pedal Pushers Bike Excursions, and Wishful Dinkers Pickleball at Crosswhite. And then I will also be working on updating the Need to Know packets, because we've got a lot to update in that as well. And so that information will be coming soon in December. And see all our wellness information in the monthly and weekly newsletters, Channel 970, Residents website, and in the Templeton Wellness Center Need to Know packet. Does anyone have any questions? And here's some pictures. Here's our Music in the Air pictures from the fall. And of course, you see our Residents of the Month for November in there as well. And then the next slide brings in some other things we have done. We went to the Waltons Mountain Museum, as well as Quarry Gardens. The students were here doing the assessments, the fitness assessments, therapy services. Caroline brought in her occupational therapy information. We had a fall fling at Falling Creek Park in Bedford. As you can see, we have one resident swinging even, and I must say Marco and I joined her on that. We had other walks as well, and then of course always playing pickleball too, and lots of other things that aren't on there. So we had some lectures, needless to say, some of our lectures. One resident, along with, as you see down in the right-hand corner, that is Jerry running in the rain, running in the rain, and along with Jeff, so some of our employees as well with the Virginia 10-miler there. And that is all I have right now. Is any questions? Thank you so much. And this is not mine, but he insists I do this.
All right, it's that time.
He insisted I do that. I just take the
Yep.
pictures.
Yep. I have my drill sergeant with me, everyone. All right, so this section right here, I just want to commend everybody and congratulate all of the residents that have been taking my fitness classes. I know it's hard, but they're getting through it. Everybody's getting stronger, getting better, and each class just gets funner and funner. All right, funner and funner every time. So the first person I would like to call up here is Sharon Schultz. Could everybody give her a round of applause, please? Sharon has completed 100+ sessions with all of her equipment. Yep, so she's been in there 100+ times and completed all her workouts. So this medal goes to Sharon for completing all of her workouts 100 times. Yeah, it was.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, I'm gonna call out the names for the certificates, and if you hear your name, you could come up. First person, Wayne Everidge. Second person, if you're here, Bonnie Benedict. Bonnie. Next is Evie Cox. She's here. Annette L. Before you get your award, you got to pick the stick up, lift it up. I know it did. There you go. I took it. Yep. Turn it on. You got it? Next person, Kathy Chase. Joan Tice. Here. Our next person, she's very impressive, very strong. Her name is Elsa Scholl. Next is Annette Slusher. Ken Slusher. Slush. Ken. Not in here. Lori Cassidy. Caroline Crow. Yeah, you gotta lift it first. That's all. Good job. You would never know. Alright. Janet Hickman. Miss Janet Hickman. Right here. Ann Height. Russ Hovda. And Sharon Hovda. So you go get them those pictures for that poor baby.
What do we do? Yeah, you turn around. For the picture. Gotcha. Holding it over our heads, though.
If you can.
That's pretty heavy.
Yeah, it is. My pleasure. Good. Dorsey Mayo. Miss Dorsey. Joanne Pierce. Bonnie Rencher. Bonnie. Fred Smith. Mr. Fred. Mary Ellen Sidner. Jean Thomas. That's Mary Ellen. That's Mary Ellen. Mary Ellen and Jean Thomas. So, Jean, pick up this slip.
All right, we'll take turns lifting that. Come on, lift it first. Come on, help. I'll help you. Come on. All right, let's lift it.
Together you can make it.
Thank you.
I promise I won't cry. Fred Smith, well, I already called Fred. Nancy Wilson. No, Nancy Wilson. Audrey Worsham. Audrey. Suzanne Wyatt. Susan. Excuse me, I'm from the island. Bonnie Worsham. Alright, so that's the end for these certificates, but trust me, there's plenty more to come. So I'll just encourage everyone, keep working hard, keep giving all you got, and let's make it till tomorrow. That's all I got.
Good morning. It's survey time. I'm very excited about this. If you have shared your email with us yesterday, you should have received a link for the Hollerin Satisfaction Survey. If you do not have an email and would like to take the survey, please pick up a printed paper copy from my office. And by completing the survey, you will help us to know the areas we are excelling in and those areas that we need to improve upon. This process will also gauge ourselves amongst other life plan communities such as ours. And you have through November 17th to complete the survey. Check your spam box. Someone emailed me and said they found theirs in their spam box. So if you don't see it and you have provided your email, I would check that before giving us a call and we'll get you one. And then as a reminder for those new residents, our program starts this coming Thursday and will continue for the following 3 weeks. And lastly, we are starting a coat drive next Monday the 3rd, and we'll go through Friday the 28th, and this is with Spread the Warmth. And please note that we are only accepting coats, sweaters, and gloves. Any questions for me in my office or anything about the survey? I see a question. No hats. Nope. Good question. Anything else? Thank you.
Good morning. First, want to remind everyone about our annual All Saints Memorial Service this Sunday, November the 2nd at 4 p.m. in the chapel. It will also be live streamed on our in-house TV 971, and it will play a few other times throughout the week. We will, of course, remember those from this community, as well as Westminster at Home hospice patients who have died from November 1 to present. There is a list outside of the chapel that you can add a name to. It doesn't have to have fallen with, the death doesn't have to have fallen within this calendar, this past year, but I will be taking that up tomorrow morning so that I can finalize preparation. So if you'd like to add a name, I encourage you to write on there or call me. You could email me, but if you don't get a reply back from me, email me again to make sure that I get it and get it in there. I also want to just say thank you to so many people. One, all of our residents who have volunteered to serve as greeters, musicians for the many memorial services, funerals we've had in the past couple of weeks, especially. I'm so thankful. I also want to thank Dave back there manning the camera, he helped facilitate the live stream and the projection of that up here. Our EVS team, our dining team, for all that they do, moving chairs, setting up, preparing for receptions. It truly is a gift to me, but more importantly to this community. I'm sure I forgot to thank a few others specifically, but thank you. Thank you for this community that rallies around one another with love and support. And finally, as we move through this election season, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get all of those ads off of my TV screen. Just let me watch football and basketball in peace, and baseball, playoff baseball. But it's a time that can so easily divide. And I want to offer a reminder for our life together here. Be curious, not judgmental. It's tempting in a world of headlines and talking points to see one another through the lens of difference. But curiosity is holy work. It is the posture of the soul that listens before it speaks, that seeks understanding before insisting on being understood. In the Gospels, Jesus so often led with questions. Who do you say that I am? What do you want me to do for you? That spirit of curiosity opened the door for healing, for connection, for grace to take root where judgment might have built walls. So here in our community, we have people of different backgrounds, beliefs, and experiences, yet we share the same roof, the same meals, the same hope of belonging. We share laughter, and we share grief. Our shared community is a sacred gift for which we are all thankful. This, Westminster Canterbury of Lynchburg, is holy ground. So as we navigate the weeks ahead, may we speak with kindness, listen with openness, and remember that our unity doesn't require uniformity. Our community is strongest not when we all agree, but when we care for one another even when we don't. May our conversations be guided by grace, may our hearts be open to wonder, and may our curiosity draw us closer to one another and to God who made us all. Thank you.
Thank you, William. Well done. I'm going to interpret that in layman's terms. We have one more week to get to election, and or you may have already early voted. We've always said, as a not-for-profit organization, we stay out of politics the best we can. You can talk to each other amongst yourselves about it, but when it comes to things like signs or propaganda being placed around the campus, we ask that you not do that. Things are going really well with that. In the last maybe week or so, we've seen some things popping up, and would just ask that you keep it in your own home and read it yourself. As William said, there's a lot of different opinions here, and I think over the 15 years I've been here, we've all gotten along really well when it's come to politics, and I can just about guarantee we all don't believe in the same thing here, but that's what makes us individuals. So, William, thank you, and I appreciate you all paying attention to that. A couple things. Focus groups. We talked about that last confab. We have some consultants here today that are going to be here this afternoon and tomorrow looking at what we can do, if we do anything at all, with our 10 acres of land behind Bishop's Lane running along Williams Road. There's going to be 40 individuals coming to campus that are either Canterbury Club or Azalea Plan, and going to go through some different questions to kind of try to gather some more information and just see what their feelings are about that 10-acre land and if we do something with it or not. So we'll share more of those details when they are done, but again, they'll be here for the next 2 days. COVID numbers, Ashley back there says the COVID numbers are looking good for the month, low if any issues, so hopefully we keep that way. Going back to Marco and Denise, I don't know if anyone saw, Christine had shared with me there was a 60-minute special Sunday with Peter Attia. If anyone has ever listened to Peter Attia, he has a lot of content that's either on YouTube, podcasts. Marianne actually has a book in her office. He's a longevity expert with a background from Stanford and talks about the importance of moving, balance, strengthening exercises. And obviously a lot of you have been doing that. And when you look at numbers with lifespans, I think the American male lives to about 78, and there are a few of you here that are older than 78. So you're doing something right. So keep moving, keep doing what you're doing, and try to keep pace with Marco and Denise. All right, the last thing, which I'm going to hack up, Melinda decided to take the whole week off. Melinda Turpin in our business office took the whole week off. Be better to have her up here explaining this, but I'm going to try to talk a little bit about it with some warnings. So many of you received some notices if you were with Humana Medicare Advantage plan that the hospital is no longer taking that next year. And there's been some communication, I hope, with you if you had Humana to look at other options. Would ask that you don't go make your decision and use Melinda for that. There are different consultants in the area. If you come by my office, I'm happy to try to print out. I don't want to say, go use this consultant, go use that consultant. We did have a guest speaker here a couple of weeks ago. But I guess I kind of think your insurance is not far off from your investment. And I don't want to suggest that you go talk with someone like Bernie Madoff and have problems, in all seriousness, that you have problems with your insurance that maybe you find out in April or May that you chose the wrong prescription plan or the Medicare Advantage plan. There's a lot of different things out there. I think there's a lot of miscommunication. You know, I hear that good old traditional Medicare is actually a pretty good plan still. And there are always a lot of teasers out there as to how different plans can be better for you, and they may be based on your health diagnosis and medications you're on. If you want to come by our offices, Angela and I are trying to put together some information of just consultants that are in the area. The Central Virginia Alliance for Community Aging, which I believe we used to call the Virginia Department of Aging, is downtown. They actually have staff that are set up that can help you select an Advantage plan to see what is right for you, if you need the change or want to look at that, or whether Medicare is a good thing to stay with. So again, if you want to stop by the office, we can give you a list of people in the area. We don't endorse any one of them, but are happy to give that out. And I think the downtown Central Virginia office is probably a good place to start as well if you have questions. But again, just the liability of us suggesting a person or Melinda trying to tell you what is the best thing for you. Plus, we need Melinda and her crew to help keep up with billing, which is a busy job in itself. But again, Medicare Advantage plan from Humana as of January 1st is no longer being accepted by Centra, but apparently they will actually still file claims out of network. So some of you have your plans through I know a couple of folks have pension plans through the church or some things that are tied. I would suggest calling your pension plan to see what other options are out there, how they can help you. I'd say other questions on that, but I'm very ill-equipped to answer them. Again, I would seek experts and try to find out, and just even talking with someone before the meeting. I think sometimes we always don't know what we buy with insurance sometimes, and I would just caution you to please be careful, read more, learn more. I'm sure just thinking through AARP, which I'm now, I believe, eligible to be a member of, boy, has a lot of good information out there. So I think I have said all that I can really say about Medicare, and I need to stop. So lastly, it looks like Medicare open enrollments January 1 to March 31st, and the Plan D for your drugs is October 15th through December 7th. Just putting that out there as reminders to everyone. I'm done.
Thank you.
Are there any questions for Sean? I'm not done. I knew that. I was testing you, Angela. All right, this time of year, we've had our elves and all of our singers talking about gifts and the Christmas fund. I just need to go through, as we do probably twice a year, or as needed, gift giving. Team members are prohibited from accepting gifts, tips, or loans from residents. Please do not give a team member a gift card, even if they are leaving our employ. If you want to send a card to a team member who is out due to an illness or maternity leave, please take an unsealed and stamped envelope to the Human Resources Department, and they will address and send the card for you. We ask you make gifts instead to the Employee Christmas Fund. Dual relationships. Please keep relationships with team members on a professional level, avoiding spending time with team members on their days off, discussing your finances or estate plans or Medicare Advantage plans, consuming alcohol with team members, or asking team members to do work for you on the side. Please stay away from all that. And notary services. We are not permitted to provide notary services or witness personal documents for residents. We got in trouble with that probably 15, 20 years ago, trying to be helpful. The Bank of the James offers limited notary services based upon bank policy and staff discretion. If you go, you need proper ID as approved by the bank and any witnesses needed. For last will and testaments, power of attorney or trust related documents, please contact your attorney offices to have those notarized. Whew. Am I done, Angela? Thank you. Questions?
That last comment about the bank gives rise to a question regarding the recent notice about Francis's promotion. Will she still be remaining in this branch?
Yes. Francis, I think it is on the website, was promoted to an assistant vice president position with Bank of the James. Been with them somewhere between 21 and 23 years, I believe. And here for, I think, the past 15 or 16. And from what I understand, she is staying here with us and just has a different title. So we're very glad, and we appreciate all Francis does, and glad to have her still here. Other questions? All right. Thank you for your time today, and have a great day.
Great job, great job. Take a microphone. Thank you.
COVID.